Stories are bonds worth more than 100 naira. My name is Osajumebi, and every week I will tell you a short story written by a Nigerian writer or author. That's the long and short of it. So without much ado, this week's story is by Edwin Mamman, and it's titled Riding the Waves of Hard Times. A yellow and black striped polythene bag dances in the air and settles on the ground in front of you. You cuss under your breath. You're at the bus stop waiting for a keke. Shadrach, your brother, is standing beside you. It is a cold first week of January. The air is thick with dust from the untarred road. It is also consecration week in church. If it were not for the hiked-up fuel prices, you would be cruising in Shadrach's car, jamming to Lacrae. Shadrach is saving the little fuel in his car. He will queue very early tomorrow morning to buy fuel at the station selling for 300 naira per litre. Today, you pull together 400 naira for transport to church and back. A keke stops in front of you. How much tungwam azu? You ask. Oga 150. The rider replies. Haba, boss, 100 naira now. Shadrach chips in. Sorry, Oga. Fuel don't cost. The rider retorts and rides off. This goes on for a while with several other riders. You've never seen Shadrach so humble, haggling over the price of transportation, pricing it like tatashe in the market. Finally, a keke comes along that agrees to take the both of you at the bargained price. You hop in and sigh with relief. Shadrach hands you a loose 100 naira note dampened with sweat from his palm. You hold it up with a mocking, grimaced look as if holding up a soiled baby diaper. He shoves you gently, and you giggle like mischievous schoolchildren. The pews in church are scanty. The seats are cold. You settle into one. An elder leads the evening sermon in a robotic voice. It infuriates you. You shift your eyes from one corner of the church to the other, looking for anything to distract you. Still mounted by the side of the pulpit is the Christmas tree from the Christmas just gone. You roll your eyes at it and scan the other seats for Shadrach. He's sitting in a row adjacent to yours, his eyes glued to his phone screen. He looks up from his phone, his eyes meet yours, and he gives you a knowing look of boredom. You smile and return to the sermon. At the last Amen, you dart out of the church. Shadrach follows closely behind. The junction from church is a dusty road with red clay soil. Shadrach coughs into his sleeve. A member from church halts his beat-down Nissan Micra beside you and peeks out of the car window. Ah, Shadrach, what happened to your car? He asks. I left it at home. No fuel, Shadrach replies. He offers his half-sympathy, tells Shadrach where he bought his fuel from, and recounts how many hours he queued to get it. He finishes with, it is well, then revs his tired engine and drives off. Unbelievable. He could not even offer us a ride home, you say to Shadrach. Come off it. We'll be fine, Shadrach says, and turns to watch the road. A keke grinds and stops in front of you. The rider agrees on the 200 naira bargain, seeing that you're both coming from church. Shadrach gestures to you for the 100 naira he gave you earlier. Touching the one pocket that should have the note, you realize you've lost the money. You put on an awkward performance, aggressively searching every shirt and trouser pocket, knowing you've lost the money but refusing to admit it. The rider grows impatient and rides off. You watch the smile fade from Shadrach's face, his expression morphing from confusion to rage. Hey, God! Benjamin! Please, 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 do not tell me that you have lost our transport fare! He charges at you and shoves. You are lost for words. Benjamin! You just had one job, Benjamin, and you could not do it. Why? Why are you so stupid, eh? His words cut deep, and you protest. Okay, shit. You don't have to be so condescending now. These things happen. It was an honest mistake. An honest mistake, eh? Ben, today of all days, and here. How are we supposed to get back home now, eh? How? Just tell me how. He stutters like he does when he's upset. He turns away from you and starts walking. Sheds! Sheds! You call out to him. What? He replies tersely without looking back. Sheds. I'm sorry. You beg, dragging your tired legs behind him. Sorry won't hitch us a ride back home, Benjamin. Save it. Okay, fine. Use your 100 Naira and get a ride home. I'll hitchhike, you say unconvincingly. Oh, how what would that make me? A useless brother, Abi? So that Mama and everyone at home will hear that I left you to suffer, Abi? We will check this trek together. Body go tell you. Your legs are sore and swollen from walking by the time you arrive home. You have not been this exhausted since parade drills at NYSC camp. Looking down at your dusty legs, you ache with nostalgia. It wasn't that many years ago when Shadrach would visit you in boarding school. He would look at you and say, "See your dirty legs, looking like Hamatan's firstborn." And then he would say, "Go and wash your legs before I return the provisions I brought for you." You remember how he would walk you to the school's borehole and pump water while you washed your legs. How the other students would stand aside and watch because you were with your big brother. And how the senior girls would stare at him with dreamy eyes. How proud it made you feel that your brother was a speck. Looking at him now, you want to make the Hamatan joke, but you remember he's still mad at you. You both wash your legs in silence by the garden sprinklers and head inside the house. Shadrach spreads on the leather couch and heaves a heavy sigh. You stand by the door, unsure of what to do. If you should say something or go up to your room. Finally, you speak. Sheds, I'm sorry about today. Which part? He asks. Everything. I know I can be stupid at times. And I mess up badly. But I don't do these things on purpose. I would give anything to have things back the way they used to be and to see you happy again. And warm tears well up in your eyes and you throw your head up to hold them back. Shadrach says nothing. Things were better last year, before Shadrach's contract got prematurely terminated in June. You would watch Friends and laugh, falling asleep on the couch. You would play Scrabble and Monopoly until your stomachs growled. Then you would race yourselves to the kitchen and cook noodles or some other junk food since neither of you had finessed the art of cooking real food. You would order pizza and shawarma. Cable and Netflix subscriptions were not a luxury, and your laundry was taken care of. Now, most things are beyond your price tag. Shadrach nags over everything, like when you forget to turn off the pumping machine and it overflows, Or worse, when you accidentally burn food. And then there's black tax. He made you promise not to tell Mama that he has been out of work. And he still sends her money from his little savings. Like that isn't enough burden. There's you, who have become a liability since finishing NYSC last year and still without a job. On most days, Shedrack does a good job of not pointing out the obvious. It's an unspoken rule. But sometimes it shows. You make your way to the stairs and take a slow step. Shedrack looks up at you. Wake me up early tomorrow morning. That is his way of saying, I'm sorry too. You flash a toothy smile. He tries hard to look stern, but fails. You burst out laughing, and he joins in. Times are hard, and you may have lost 100 Naira today, but you will be all right. You and Shedrack will ride this wave together. Edwin Mamman is a writer and medical sonographer based in Kaduna. He is a workshop alumnus of the Flame Tree Writers Project 2024. His work has been featured in Kafat's The Review, Fiery Scribe Review, Libretto Magazine, Concio, Magpies Magazine, amongst others. Outside of work and writing, Edwin enjoys film, music, and quiet walks in nature. Connect with Edwin on X at Edwin Mamman or via email at edwinmarman@gmail.com. Details and links will be in the episode description. If you've got a story you would like to be featured on this podcast, or a published book you want to make into an audiobook, I would love to hear from you. Send an email to info@osadumebi.com or send me a message at Osadumebi on either Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or X. I look forward to collaborating with you. And if you've enjoyed this week's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with that one person you know will enjoy listening. Tell them that stories are a good escape for a few minutes each week.